Welcome back to another episode of the DPCast. And I'm Paul.
And I'm Dan.
And this is episode 22. And we have got one hell of a packed episode waiting for you. And that is coming up with our good friend Will from Film Snob Reviews. And further ado, I say we find out what me and Dan have been doing this week by...
What's new with you?
So Dan,
Yeah.
what's new with you, buddy pal? Freaking what have you been doing this weekend, bud?
Well, let's start with the most recent. This is take 3 of the opening of the podcast. Because
Stop letting the cat out of the bag.
I know. We don't do takes. We just do it in one big flow. Actually, we do. Apart from the
Yeah, we do, yeah.
apart from the different segments, and we've got different people on. But I've watched a couple of films.
What are you watching, dude?
I watched Miss Peregrine's School for Peculiar Children.
That is such a good movie. That is such a good movie.
Always a great film. I was expecting like a Nanny McPhee type film, where the children are assholes and Nanny McPhee comes along, or something along those lines, where it's kind of like a family film type thing. It really borderline isn't. It's very dark.
Yeah, it is good. Did you expect in the movie a little bit of spoiler territory, but it's out on pretty much every platform at the moment, if you can watch it. Did you expect it when the time stopped? Did you expect what was coming?
What do you mean with her little loops in time, or?
Yeah, do you know when she was literally going like, "It's nearly time, kids, nearly time," and literally like they went outside to watch it, and did you expect what was going to drop?
Yeah, I kind of did, because because they explained that the house was bombed. I did not. This is pretty much in the intro of the film.
I wasn't letting the cat out of the bag a little bit there.
No. Well, it's explained in the intro to the film. It's not. It's very much because basically the film's about a kid who got his grandfather who's passed away. I won't say how.
That's it, yeah.
And he goes to find the origins of where he came from and all that. And it's in this orphanage type place. And he goes to find it. It's all burnt down on the island, on an island in Wales. And
that was really cool.
I was a big surprise. That was. I was like, Wales, huh? And then there's all these people with Welsh accents. It's like, good God, they don't do these in Hollywood films. Usually they hide the Welshman in the background.
It was bloody amazing. I remember watching the movie and I went, I swear that's a Welsh accent.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
No fucking way. Wait a minute. And then you're like, well, if you want to go down the road, pal, freaking the sheep around the corner, and you're like, wait a fucking minute. That's a bloody Welsh accent there. Freaking, and then you just notice each and every character had a way. I'm like, all right, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. That would have done it for me. I like having a bit of a U-turn in the movie, like having like Welsh accents in the movie, because it's a rare peculiar accent to have in.
Everyone tends to go for the Irish, the Scottish, and the English. People rarely know that we exist. It's the uneducated people don't know we're here. It's like, oh, it's just part of England.
Oh, I hate that.
Nuh-uh.
I hate that so bad.
Yeah, it's like, oh, we're going to England. You're in Cardiff, pal. You're in Welsh territory now.
Well, I tell you one thing, another one that I ended up watching this week. Now, I won't go too much as spoiler territory on this one.
I haven't finished yet. I was going on about the bomb, wasn't I?
Oh, sorry, dude.
Hang on.
Sorry,
Hold your horses, Paul. Yeah, anyway, so they explained that the house was destroyed by a bomb during the war, isn't it? At the very start.
Yes, it was.
So we know that's what's dropping out of the sky in that point in the film. But
it still came a bit of a shock to me. I don't think I realised that until it actually occurred.
Yeah.
Like the story goes on like quite a like a tangent in the very beginning, and you got to keep it. You got to make sure you keep your eye on what occurs to really enjoy the storyline. If it's
very much in the first quarter of the film, so it's not really spoilers. It's not nothing.
No,
there's more spoilers to come, which I'm not going to go into. But I would have thought, right, because they exist within a loop in time, so that they say from evil people and shit, other peculiars as they call them, and so they pick this loop in time where they get bombed at the end of the day. I thought you could have picked a better spot to loop, because you can pick any spot to loop in, so you're safe.
That is very
why
true.
pick the day that you get bombed?
Is it that there was just more time frame in between it though? Like
it could
they realised what they were doing in between.
But there's another part which I won't go into where Miss Peregrine goes and does something every single day because she's in that loop.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
and she's got to do it. And it's like, well, you could have picked a better day, my darling. What about I don't know, a Sunday when everyone's going to church. Nothing happens. I don't know.
Yeah, but she had a thing about time, didn't she? Like, she didn't mind doing it in a loop. It was she had like a sort of a set unique time schedule, and maybe that day set the time schedule perfect in harmony.
Could be.
Literally, that this would work in completing at the ways that they would want it to work in. I found it very intriguing. It was a very interesting movie, and very interesting character development in it, and overall, a very good movie. Very, very good movie.
Yeah.
Very underhyped movie for last year.
Very much so.
If I can remember correctly.
And I've got to say, Tim Burton did good, even though it's based on a book and it's nothing that he's made up. But I will say it's an improvement for Tim Burton because he hasn't done anything good in a while. So I think
that's good. That's a good point. Yeah, I haven't heard his name in a good while either.
I think the last good thing he did was probably maybe Sweeney Todd, but even that was based on a stage show. So
fucking, that's some time back now.
That's a time back. Yeah,
you really think about it. That's some time back. That's what's his name? Johnny Depp.
Yep, Johnny Depp. One of Johnny Depp's better roles in the Tim Burton films. You gotta say, Johnny Depp is good. It's just been stuck in a bloody loop lately.
No, the problem is Disney has ruined Johnny Depp. Is because Disney has plonked out so many of the freaking what's the pirate one he's in now?
Jack Sparrow, Pirates of the Caribbean.
Pirates of the Caribbean, that's what I'm looking for there. Is that they pumped out so many of them, maybe they destroyed the image of the actual proper actor
Hollywood
as well.
Are wanting the stupid British. It's not stupid, it's a good British accent. It's a good, Jack Sparrow. It's a good accent. But it's like we don't want to hear it all the fucking time. It's like every film he does, he's doing some sort of kooky British accent.
But doesn't that feel a little bit like the aspect of... like Iron Man now, what's his name now? Who's the actor's name now? His name is escaping me.
Freddie Prinze Jr.
No. Oh yeah, go down there. Freaking yeah.
Oh, you're such so funny. Yes.
No, what's his name now?
Robert Downey
Jr. Man.
Yeah.
Like, the annoying part about it, right, is that, and he'll realise this now later on to his stage, is that he can now do any movies beyond Iron Man, but everybody's going to go, oh my god, he's from Iron Man.
Yeah.
Not, he's from a load of the classic movies that he's been in beyond Iron Man.
Ooh, have you seen The Judge?
But Disney kind of like...
The Judge. Have you seen The Judge? That's a good one.
That is a great movie.
It's got
with him and his dad.
Yeah, what's his dad's name? Robert Duvall, is it? Is it Robert Duvall?
Yeah, something like that is.
Yeah, he's fantastic. I love Robert Duvall because he's in The Godfather. And
what a great movie.
It's a great film, isn't it? It's quite hard.
Oh, you just feel like you're going to cry halfway through it. Like, it's bloody heartbreaking.
Oh, I know.
Again, you really start to see the development of you see a lot of old Robbie Downey Jr. in that one, and I love it. I absolutely love it. But no, it's more in the classical, like Disney destroying actors. They make them big, and then you don't see them in that same limelight beyond it, and it is kind of distorting that. Weird enough, on the same film movie element here, I've ended up watching this week. I was watching Great Wall.
Oh yeah, I need to watch that. Yeah. I haven't watched it yet.
Do you know what, buddy? Right, I won't go into spoiler territory or even talk much about it, but I will state this: it's a movie that was very highly pumped out in cinemas. I don't know how many people actually watched it because I don't feel like I had a load of people going, "Wow, did you see this movie?" kind of style.
Yeah.
I don't feel like it's had a lot of hype coming out on Blu-ray and DVD. And I watched it a day back, and this film is very, very good. Now, anybody who's listening to this, I really advise you, just if you're a fan of, oh God, names today, boy, we are dreadful with. It's the guy from The Martian, what's his name?
Sorry. I'll say it like they do in American. Oh, I can't think of the bloody Team America. Team America. Oh, Paul, we got to figure this out. We got to sit here right now. People listening are going, whatever his name is.
Yeah, I know. They're screaming on the phone.
Yeah.
Why are we so bad at names?
Yeah.
Freaking.
Gosh,
we've literally done this now for 3 films in a trot.
Yeah.
What's his name now?
We're not leaving this spot until we get his name because it's so bloody obvious. It's at the tip of our minds.
Do you know what's quite funny? Do you know the only thing that keeps going into my head is Matthew McConaughey, and literally it's not him. But my head is literally keeps going to Matthew McConaughey, and like all he keeps going to go is all right.
Matthew McConaughey.
It's the guy who's always on the freaking. Oh my god, this is really frustrating me. He's on The Martian.
Dallas Spies Club. Hey, it's not bad, Matthew McConaughey. Doing the Matthew McConaughey. Yeah. Hey guys, I can do Matthew
Dan,
McConaughey.
what the
Did
fuck
you
are you?
realise? Yeah.
It just sounds like you're whispering into the mic.
Yeah. Matthew McConaughey. Say, Paul.
It's not even close.
What's your last name, Paul?
It's not even close.
We'll do Nicolas Cage. No, that's crap. Nicolas Cage isn't working today.
It's exactly the same. Anyways, the movie,
Damon.
watch it.
Matt
It's-
Damon.
Matt Damon.
Matt fucking
Man,
Damon.
yeah.
Sorry, F word, F bomb. We're trying to swear less.
Yeah, friggin' we really enjoyed. Well, I really enjoyed it. Sorry, if I was saying we there. Dan hasn't watched it yet.
No.
Really good movie. Really worth a watch. Very colourful movie. But be prepared to not be. How can I expect this now? You're going to go into this going, I wonder what this movie is going to give me, and it's not what you're expecting.
Yeah.
It's got a weird concept. It works for the movie.
Yes.
You will notice a few flaws, but overall, this movie is a straight out 7 out of 10 movie. Like, it's good. You'll keep you interacted all the way through it, and it never it makes you go, yeah, okay. You know, it's one of them kind of movies. It's really good. Really enjoyed it. Really thoroughly enjoyed.
I can tell when I'm not fully enjoying a film when I start checking my status on the game
Facebook.
Cats.
All right.
So,
All right.
did I win that bet? If you haven't played Cats, play it. It's really good. It's really fun, and
Yeah.
it's like you can only do so much in one go, so it keeps you coming back and stuff. So you're not going to be on there all the time. And it's like if I say, okay, I wonder if I've won any more matches. Basically, it's Cats.
It's one of the games, isn't it?
You go on, sorry.
It's one of the games. I literally got you coming into it tonight.
Yeah.
I've been playing it for. I was playing it for weeks before I got Dan into it.
Yeah.
Like trying to get Dan into a game is literally like trying to poke him into a bus. Literally, like, come on, Dan, come on, Dan, come on, fucking come on, Dan.
No, I don't want
And
to
literally,
go to
I've
10B.
Yeah. God damn, I don't want jam sandwiches for school.
Go
Okay.
away. Leave me
But at
alone.
the same time as well, it's like after it all, he was looking for a game. He got bored of the other ones, and I was like, Dan, try out this game. It's called Cats. C-A-T-S. It's spelt that way because they are meant to be. It's an anagram of what it's meant to be. And
I will tell you now, it is an anagram of. Oh, wrong game. Sorry, 2 seconds. It is an anagram of. Drum rolls, please. Oh, goodness. Just tell me what it is, man. I want the loading screen so I can see the name.
yeah, it says on the loading screen, doesn't it?
Yeah, it says. Ooh, there's a pube on my screen. There we go. It's Crash Arena Turbo Stars.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
Now, that in and all, it pretty much think of Robot Wars if you were building robots and then just lobbing them into battle and they had cats.
Yes.
I mean, where is it to lose there? I mean, it is a great game. You get highly addicted for the first maybe week or two, and then you just start dabbling in it. I mean, you just literally go back and forth.
Yeah.
And it's just a really good game overall. I mean, I quite enjoy it. I go back and forth here or there. Like, I leave it for a few days, I go back on, and then I enjoy playing it for a couple more days, and then I go off it again.
Yeah.
It's one of them kind of games where I enjoy doing that too.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, there we are. Ooh, since we're on a film-related podcast, since we've got Will on later on, I've got one more film that I
Yes.
watched this week.
go on, hit me with it.
Nocturnal Animals. It's got Amy
Nocturnal
Adams
Animals.
in it,
Never heard of
Jake Gyllenhaal. And it's a
Right.
very good film. But also
Okay.
it's also a very uncomfortable film to watch.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to describe.
In
it's
what
about.
fashion?
It's about basically Amy Adams. She's stinking rich from being in art and stuff like that. She's in the art
Okay.
environment and she's stinking rich, and she gets a book
Right.
of her ex-husband, who
Okay.
wrote books and stuff. But she didn't believe in him and
Okay.
all that, and they left and broke up. But now she gets a
Alright.
book of him. You don't see Jake Gyllenhaal is her ex-husband, and she gets a book of him. Right.
Okay.
She starts, and basically it's two stories. It's her in life, and then you see this what she's reading, which is her and Jake Gyllenhaal. But it's such an uncomfortable little story that her ex-husband has written. Watch it; it's really good, but very uncomfortable.
That's intriguing.
Yeah. So and
Very
it's
intriguing.
It's good little
Intriguing.
metaphor of what her ex-husband is feeling. So because he's written this book, and it shows, how he feels about her and stuff like that, and what she did to him by leaving him and stuff, not believing in him. Yeah, give it a watch, folks.
Very interesting.
It's very good.
Well, I tell you the other thing me and Dan were doing last night whilst we were in work. was we watched the latest WWE pay-per-view.
Yes, someone fell asleep in
And
the pub.
that was a damn... Oh, shh, not meant to say that.
Sorry, Paul. I was thinking, man, usually Mystic Meg over here is sending me his predictions before the match ends. And
yeah.
this week, I think it got to the Kevin Owens versus AJ Styles. And I thought, Paul's very quiet. That was a pretty cool move. Usually Paul says, ooh, in text form, And AJ died. Oh, Kevin Owens died, And it was like, oh, he's very quiet. And then the next match came on. It was like, I don't know. We were in work at this point, so I thought, perhaps he's dealing with a customer or something. 2 matches later, still no Paul. Has he died? I'll check on him afterwards. I'm watching this for the moment.
No, I was literally, my eyes were hazing, so literally I was watching it, but like, I was zoned out, massively zoned out. Like, I watched parts, I was zoning, but big time. Because I've been up since about 9 o'clock that morning, and I wasn't getting back home until about 8 o'clock the next morning. Yeah. And I was proper fucking fading. Yeah. But on top of that, I possibly watched the best match I've ever watched this year.
Should we spoil it? Should we go into spoiler mode and say what happened? Or should we just say that we like this match?
I would say No, I would say we can go to a bit of spoiler, spoiler mode to it.
Okay. You go on.
And that's the New Day versus the Usos.
Yes.
Oh, my God. What a goddamn match that was.
That was awesome, innit? It totally changed the tone for the pay-per-view for me. It was like, going into the pay-per-view, felt like, it's another pay-per-view, one of the in-betweens in the big four of the year, like SummerSlam, WrestleMania, etc. Yeah. It felt like one of those. But once this match started, it kind of, the tone changed in the environment when these two tag teams were fighting. And it was like, this is awesome.
Do you know the annoying part about that match?
What's that?
And this is literally like a nit on a head of this match. This is the only thing I can put on it, right? Is that this match was so good that the pay-per-view couldn't hold up to this standard all the way through.
I did enjoy the Owens-AJ match. I think I messaged you saying that was effing awesome.
Yeah, that was okay. Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah. It was good.
But that's when you were flagging.
I wouldn't say you hit anyone either. Yeah, I was flagging quite. Yeah. I mean, I remember phoning Dan after it, and I was talking absolute gibberish. Yeah. Generally, so like I was flagging through their matches. They were. I remember watching a good chunk of it, to be honest, and I remember it being good, but I don't remember it being like sort of like wow as much as like the first match.
I had a few wow moments. I really enjoyed it. You kept me hooked all the way through. Hook, line, and sinker, as they say.
Oh yeah, but at the same time as well, I expect that kind of match from AJ and Owens. Like, I wanted that kind of match. The only thing that I will state, this pay-per-view all in all was a very good match. The only thing I wasn't a massive fan of was Natalia winning. That really frustrated me.
Oh, dear.
Because they're obviously making a heel, and Naomi is obviously babyface. I don't know. I'm just not a massive fan of the divas, except for Charlotte and Becky. I mean, the rest of them are pretty... Oh, and Lana. Oh, my God, Lana last night. Oh, my wow.
What's her name? Tamina? Oh. Tamina, is it? The picture I sent you?
Tamina. Yeah. She looked like a Klingon.
Yeah, I found a picture of a Klingon online. I thought, my God, it looks like Tamina. No offense to Tamina.
Yeah.
I know she's a human being, but I don't like her as a wrestler.
Yeah.
But, the way she was dressed, she had the... kind of all black, and I think she looks like a Klingon woman without the makeup on, without the prosthetics on her face. I'm thinking perfect prosthetics, and she looked like a Klingon. I was like, oh my goodness me!
Genuine, like it was quite scary last night how much she was nearly a very close to a Klingon representative. But anyways, going back to the first match, that first match, New Day won, and they won with the most unique way of winning it. I haven't seen that amount of kickouts in a match.
You can tell it's an epic match when you got loads of kickouts. If it happened all the time, you'd just grow immune to it, and you were like, oh, God's sake. And I tell you, one of the things I hate are kickouts, and then they spend about half an hour going, I can't believe you kicked out. Go and do it again then. Stop faffing around and go and pin him. Yeah,
I know. But what I did like is that the way the Usos done everything in their locker room, and they did it kicked out. And again, we're not used to this from Woods. When I seen Woods, I was like, oh my God, this is a bit of a U-turn. I expected Big E. And lo and behold, it was, what's his name now? Kobe and Woods. And they were absolutely incredible.
They were,
Woods
they
was
were.
impressive. I mean, that final move, he flew across the bloody ring, pal.
Yeah. I will say,
I mean, that,
try and make this as well, because
Yeah,
we don't
go
want to bore the not bore, we don't want to bore
No.
the listeners with too much wrestling, because I know everyone, not
Yeah.
everyone is a wrestler listening, and that's why we kind of got rid of the wrestling segment.
yeah.
But I gotta say, I'm not too sure if I'll enjoy the New Day as champions the same as the last time, because they've switched Kofi Kingston. Is it Kofi that they've switched with Big E, or was it the other one?
What do you mean? I know Woods they have.
Because Big E was part of the tag team champions last time, wasn't he?
You do realize that changes. Like, the New Day won the tag team championships, not Woods and Kobe.
Yeah, but the two who won the actual championship wear the belts, don't they?
No,
Did they?
no.
Oh.
That's how they've always worked with it. Cause it's the New Day that won it. It means Big E can actually verse with them as well.
Oh, I feel a little embarrassed. Oh, well,
Yeah, but
I'm just gonna go.
you've-
I'm gonna just leave the room a second. I'll be right back.
Was he trips over every wire? Anyways, whilst Dan just goes to hang his head in shame of not realizing what he was talking about, I'm literally going to.
Oh.
I've been doing something for the last couple of days. I've been playing Pokemon Go.
Okay, I'm back.
And if you guys haven't played Pokemon Go in the last couple of months, because naturally it died of its own accord, well, Legendaries are back out now. And sweet mother of Jesus, talk about pulling on hairs. That's the only way I can describe it. So I can see Dan somewhat back with me now. Freaking back on the microwave bio.
I'm back. I've shamed.
Stopped hanging your head in shame, or?
Yeah, I've given myself 12 lashings, and I'm back.
Get off your head,
I
bud.
can't believe you didn't know that. Anyway, yes, do go on. Pokemon
So
Go.
yes, freaking no, it's been playing Pokemon Go. It's been quite like I've hardly stopped. I've been dabbling in it. I mean, at best. I mean, you go back and forth on Pokemon Go away. You do a Pokestop a day, and you just pretty much just play the game as much as any other game. But Legendaries come back up, man, and the craze has come massively back into its own accord again. I mean, it's really hit the older the generation again that was playing it like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Bang, they're back in it, man. Back in it full accord. And I love it because literally, like, tonight now, we were doing one yesterday, we done a raid yesterday, we done a raid today now, and oh, dude, they just, you get all these accounts together, like, yes, we can do this, and then we get to the point and we're like, we lost. Oh my god, genuinely, like, and you're like so close, and you're like, it's so stomach pulling, it's unholy, as much as it's only a game, and it's only Pokemon, and yes, for my age, I shouldn't be playing it.
I know plenty of people who play it, Paul. So, for me personally, I couldn't get into it. I think it was the whole going outdoors thing. And I actually have to.
I just better say, yeah, walk in
I
thing.
actually have to go outside and play this game and move. And the way I was playing it, I was turning the game off and putting it back on again, so that it felt like I'd moved, and they would give me Pokemon.
I remember you saying you were doing that. You were taking into Tesco's, weren't you? And just literally going.
Yeah, I did give that a go. And I was in Tesco. I caught a few. What's the white ones that float around? Aqua something? Aqueduct? I've forgotten the name.
Yeah.
I don't know. One of those.
I'm sure that's where you shoved down your toilet.
You are?
I'm sure that's where you shoved down your toilet.
Yeah.
Aqueduct.
Aqueduct. Yeah, they go. I got my head down the toilet going, "Hello, Pokemon. Yeah, Pokey.
Right.
Yeah. So
Before we go down that rabbit hole any forth, we have literally got a hell of a show waiting for you. We've got a Hypothetical Corner coming up inevitably soon now. We've got Will coming in the last part of our show. What may as well is a great show we got for you with Will later on.
Yeah.
But if you want to download this juicy goodness, there's only one place you can grab it, and that is on every podcast app that you can cut your fingers onto by just searching the DPCast. Now that is on iTunes, SoundCloud, and pretty much any other places that you can find a podcast on. But if you want to get me and Dan on a more personal level, that is placing us a message, listening to what me and Dan do, well, there's the DPCast on Twitter and on Facebook by just literally putting at DPCasters, capital D, capital P, capital C, ASTERS.
And soon we will be on YouTube with all up-to-date episodes.
Oh, crap, yes.
Yes, they are all compiled together now. Not compiled together, but they are all formatted and ready to be dumped onto YouTube. I'm just waiting for the time to just dump them all in one go. And
made as well.
so if you have friends who don't have access to podcasts or anything like that, but do have access to YouTube, then they can tell them, hey, they're everywhere. They're on YouTube. Have a listen to them.
And it's not even just that. We've got extra content coming to YouTube that we can't place on podcast-wise, and that is a lot of video.
Dick pics.
Elemented. We got a couple of projects coming up soon. A couple of one or two of the people that we... I wouldn't say sponsoring, but we're helping out, and they're going to be really funny. So keep an eye out for them. Just search DPCast into YouTube, and we're straight there. Give us a subscribe, give us a like, give us a view, and we'll love you for multiple days.
We love you long time.
And if you want to get a hold of some of our good friends that are on our podcast, that's the only you need to go onto Twitch. Now, we have a good friend, Moomin, that we tweet out quite often at the time. And if he's live streaming, we normally tweet it up, and that is at Snake1082. And if you want to get a hold of him, he normally is playing Hitman or some other games on PlayStation 4. Really funny guy. You will laugh your ass off when it comes down to Moomin. He's one of the funniest guys we know.
Yeah. He has the Dan stamp of approval. You know, I could watch Moomin all day, not in a pervy way. Just watch him. You know, just hey Moom, tell me about your day. And I'd be in stitches. Just record it and I'll watch it later. Yeah. You know, the boy could do stand up and just talk and make
you really
mint.
could.
You know?
You really could.
Yeah.
But I say it's time for that for Old Man Hypothetical.
I can hear him coming.
To,
I can hear him coming. Pulling up now.
Yeah. So literally, I say it's Old Man Hypothetical time.
Welcome to the world of a hypothetical, where the only limitations are your imagination. You wake to find yourself in unfamiliar surroundings. Upon further inspection, you find yourself in a time machine. Amongst the wreckage of this time machine, you find a man dead in the corner. He is clasping a note. You read the note, which says, "Unfortunately, you have been sucked into this time machine as it developed a malfunction. The controls are now stuck in reverse, and you can only travel backwards in time. We are already in the 1950s. This machine can also take you anywhere as well as any when, as long as it is before the 1950s. What do you do, and where do you go? That is the question."
So, Dan, we are in a time machine.
Yeah. Okay. Ooh,
And
I don't like
we
the
are
corpse
in the
thing.
1950s.
We've got bloody corpse there, so he's got a note giving us instructions.
But we're... Yeah, but we're in the 1950s.
We're in the 1950s, yes.
And we can only go backwards.
Yes.
Where the hell are you going? Because
Yeah,
literally,
so we can go
I'm
backwards.
wrecking my brain
So
with
listen to this. We can go backwards and we can go anywhere, but we can't go forwards.
Yes.
So we can go anywhere, anytime.
No.
Backwards, before the
Yes.
1950s.
in a backwards motion.
Well,
So,
mine's an obvious one. Do you want to go first?
go on, hit it.
Oh, do you want
Yeah, no, yeah, I'm still thinking of my one because I'm a bit, I don't know. I'm trying to think where would it actually go, because it is a limited time slot of like 1950.
Oh, you got the whole. You can go to the beginning of Earth, my friend. You could go back to the dinosaurs. You can go anywhere you want. You could see the birth. Actually, no, you
Would
wouldn't.
you
be able to live
really
through
want
the
to go
birth
that
of the
far,
Earth.
though?
Birth of the Earth. Hey, that's a song, right? There's a birth of the Earth, motherfucker. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to go because listeners may know that I am an absolute Titanic nut job. I fucking love Titanic, and I love the film too, even though it is frowned upon. But screw you, you love Titanic. Everyone loves Titanic, you know. So, yeah, I'm going to go back to Titanic. 1912, April 4th. No, when did it leave Southampton? Was it? I call myself a Titanic buff. April 14th, 1912, I think it left. Yes, I think it left Southampton that day. So I'm going to go back to the maiden voyage beginnings of the Titanic, and I'm going to go for a ride on Titanic.
So you wouldn't actually go into the. I just put a say now. Would you go for a ride, or would you literally go? Just see it on the offset. Just let it go, and you're like, wow, that's the Titanic. I know what happens. That they all die. They all die.
That's the thing. I wouldn't want to go there to change things because it'll change the course. I've read a book of what would have happened, what could have happened if Titanic hadn't sunk, because there was a few important people on there, and it changed the course of the future. Yeah. So, and it wasn't good. It's a little bit like Man in the High Castle, where I haven't watched it, but from what I can tell, Nazis in Japan have taken over America and had half each and whatnot. Something like that, the book was. But I'd go there just to witness, not to change anything. And I'd probably park the machine in the cargo hold, where Jack and Rose have sex.
Yes.
In there. In that that bit.
So you
hide it in there, put a tarp
so you could actually leave if need to be.
Yes. So I'd probably I wouldn't be able to stay for the entire sinking because once the thing splits, then
you'd be fucked.
Once the water gets into there, what if it cocks up my time machine? So I'd go to witness the iceberg, see how it actually all happened, go to a certain point, and yeah.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I've just thought of one that I think would be more. I wouldn't say funnier. It'd be more interesting to go and see, because I'd kind of want to see if it was all a lie or not.
What do you mean?
I'd go back to the time when Jesus was a thing. So I'm going back to a BC period. And I want to see if he was all that. If there is such a guy called Jesus. Was he what he stated what he was?
I gotta say, there was Jesus. Jesus did exist, but if he was what the Bible makes it out.
I'm on about. No, yeah, that's what I mean. It's literally like Jesus was a thing. There is logical proof of that one. Like, nobody can actually differ that fact. There's biological proof of Jesus being alive through his robes that were there and his DNA that is still counted on that robes. So, as a physical
CSI, whose blood is this? Beep, just a picture of Jesus.
Jesus.
We're holding like a mugshot plaque, when people get arrested, like a profile shot.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, they counted that it would be around his era, and it would be of him himself. But since there is such a man,
for all we know, someone could have had a nosebleed and chucked the cloth into a cave.
Yeah, but at the same time as well, I wouldn't mind actually seeing if he is. Firstly, if we are right in the modern day. Secondly, was he as what he states in the Bible, or is it just a government thing? Because I'm pretty sure that the government writes our Bibles, and there is no such thing as churches anymore. We just go there to call it a church, but it's a church. You know what I mean? It's sort of like it's not what it states in the tin. But the same time as well is that with another side as well, I want to know if he actually did miracles. I'd be very intrigued, and I'd be very interested to see what side of his miracles were just healing people of a modern day method. Like, do you know when stated, for argument's sake, I'm going to place it out as a hypothetical in a hypothetical, is that if Jesus stated he healed the blind, was he just making glasses?
Specsavers.
No, but seriously, but you think about it, like it's like they had glass back in the day. Yeah. They had ways of making glass. what if it was, for argument's sake, bottle lids, right?
Yeah.
Like the bottoms of bottles.
Yeah.
What if they had something that constructed a pair of glasses, right? Wouldn't that make the blind see again? Now he stated that that the people who couldn't walk could walk again. What if he was just making crutches? Can you see where I'm going with this one? Like, sort of like, how much was it that them people back in the day were seeing this modern day technology, what we use on a regular basis now, we don't call miracles anymore, we call them a modern day necessity, or something that we can use when we're ill or in a medical reason, like paracetamols, etc., etc.
Yes.
What if there was just that back in the BC period, this would have looked like a miracle?
So basically, Jesus went off on his little journeys and then came back, but he found a chemist along the way.
Like he just, like, well, not even just a chemist. It's like he's found a herb that is somewhat a paracetamol. Like that. Remember now, this guy was a carpenter. This guy could create stuff to what it states. This guy could create a walking stick or crutches. This guy was a little bit more beyond the common What if that he just looked at stuff and went, why hasn't somebody created a walking stick for this man who can't walk? Now he has created somebody to walk. Back in the day, these people state that people haven't changed from back in the day. We have totally changed from back in that circumstance. If somebody was given a walking stick back in the day, you're making a man walk from where he can't walk before. You do it today, it's a normal day thing that we could just buy from a shop.
Well, Paul, I mean, tell you what I think. People may not like this, but I tell you exactly what I think. I think Jesus was Batman. And I'll tell you why. Because Jesus, born, we all know that story. We've seen it every Christmas in the school. We know that bit. And we know the bit that all the babies got killed because what's his name, the nasty man who tried to kill everyone. We know all that, and then he went away after I think in his late teens, possibly he went away on his journeys, and they're the unaccounted parts of Jesus' life. And I think that he met someone like what's the magician in Batman called now? Zatanna. He met Zatanna, who taught him all these magician tricks, which is how Batman can do all these little escape tricks and stuff. Must have met him along the way, and with a bit of misdirection, he performed all these miracles. You okay, Paul?
On that, I can't get. Oh, Jesus is Batman. That's, if that isn't the title of this show, nothing is.
Yeah, that's a
Jesus is Batman.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, it's all there. It's all in the animated series of Batman the Animated Series. Watch it. It's there. It's like, this is what Jesus... Batman's saying, what would Jesus do? And you befriend a magician.
And, Man Hypothetical, I think we're going to leave it there with Dan picking the Titanic. I'm picking the BC period to see if the old man's book is literally as legit as what it states.
So you're picking AD 0.
Yeah, and Dan double checking to see if Jesus is actually Batman.
I'm not saying the Batman, but like a Batman of the day.
A Batman.
That'd be a good origin story for Batman. What if Batman isn't the first Batman, but he's actually passed down abilities? A bit like Dark Knight, where he in the end he kind of gets, what's the word? Apprentices. Everyone becomes Batman. But anyone who wants to fight crime. Anyway,
guys, if you've enjoyed Dan's ramblings, Dan has rambled his nugget into a shambles and started talking that Batman is Jesus. And on that note, I don't think I can go any forth but go into our second part of the show that is an incredible part with Will. And enjoy the rest of it.
Yes. Enjoy, folks.
You want to talk about movies? I know a guy. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now landing at Las Vegas, Nevada. Thank you for traveling with DPCast Airways.
Will, welcome back on your this month's version of the film news and reviews more than anything, isn't it? Friggin' and I've heard you've got some beautiful friggin' headliners to hit us with this time.
I absolutely do. And to start, we're going to start with our trailer for the month, which is for The Greatest Showman. This one here, and having known that Dan just checked it out, is a musical drama that's about P.T. Barnum and his creation of the circus. P.T. Barnum played by Hugh Jackman. I'm really excited for this one. Ooh. Hey, it's a musical.
It looks beautiful.
Doesn't it?
It looks like a wonderful spectacle of a film. I can't wait. It looks amazing.
It reminds me of The Greatest Show on Earth, if you remember that old film with Charlton Heston.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one actually.
I think I would
have been out in this trailer until he said Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman in anything actually just shouts and screams. Perfect movie. Like anything he's been in is always a damn decent good movie. As much as people will state the mullet that he was in what's that robot movie now that was like Johnny Five?
Real Steel, and it's awesome.
Not Real Steel. No. There's another one. Alfie, is it? Is it Alfie?
Chappie?
Chappie. That wasn't Hugh Jackman, was it?
No, it was not. That was not Hugh Jackman, I don't believe.
Hugh Jackman with the mullet. He was the one.
You know what? Yeah, you're right. He was. He was one of the bad guys. You're right.
Yes.
Good pull.
Freaking.
Good. Paul got gold star for Paul.
Freaking check me out. No, I love Chappie. Anything that you feel like he's just this kind of like in the background kind of guy. Never take that from Hugh Jack. Freaking that guy is an amazing actor. I haven't seen him in a bad movie. I really haven't.
He is an incredible actor.
I will admit I did not enjoy Real Steel at all. Sorry, Will.
No, I loved it. I loved it.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. I don't care if you're part of the DPCast. Get out of here.
It's so charming. I don't know what you're talking about. It's so charming.
That movie is incredible.
There's something about it. I think the pinnacle moment for me was when you see him slow motion with a big grin in his face going...
It's so good. It's so bad it's good. I love it. That part right there. So I do want to talk about... I do want to also give an honorable mention because it just came out yesterday, so I didn't have notes prepared. Yesterday, the teaser trailer for, I think it's called The Disaster Artist came out, and I don't know if you guys are familiar with this film, are you?
Yeah. I've seen... No, I ain't, but I've seen the trailer.
Okay, The Disaster Artist talks really about the creation of the worst movie ever, The Room. And James Franco plays Tommy Wiseau.
Doesn't he do like a repeat version? Like,
I will retweet it to later tonight so you can check it out.
Yeah,
isn't it like cool. Seth Rollins? Seth Rollins, freaking that's WWE. What's his name
Rogen?
now?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen, that's the one. Yeah, freaking wow, head in the shed. But the same time, isn't it like he's directing it and like he keeps coming out and he keeps like trying to say this one line.
Yes.
And he keeps cocking it up each and every time.
He directs this one scene, and it's one of the most famous scenes in the movie. He walks out of the shed and says, "I did not hit her. I did not." Oh, hi, Mark. It's one of the most famous scenes in that movie, and he just can't get the scene right. And then he finally gets it right.
I think I've heard about that scene. It's a very famous, crappy scene,
it's
isn't it?
so bad. It's so amazing, though. Oh, my God.
May as well. Well, maybe you can actually... is the guy he's trying to play, is he a part of this... is he a director that directs his own movies? Like the actual original version of it? And he's like in a flower shop, and he just goes, "Oh, I like a dog," and then just sort of pets it and then just walks off.
That's The Room. That's the same movie.
Right.
Yes.
I know which one you're talking about. This guy is... Oh my God, this guy... I don't know if this guy's good or just dreadful. This guy plays that bracket thinly. Very thinly.
I want to mention... I want to put it out into the ether that everyone who has not checked out, A, the teaser trailer for this, and B, checked out the movie it's based on, do so to both, because much like The Greatest Showman, I think come January, February, when the Oscars hit, we're going to be hearing a lot about both of these films.
I've heard many things about The Room and all that, but I've never actually looked it up. I've just heard many people talking about it, and it sounds dreadful. It sounds funny, dreadful.
It's awful. It's Troll 2 levels of awful.
Yeah. It's the parts I've seen is bad.
Yeah.
Literally, like, I mean, Dan is acting as a state. Like, he walks into a floristry and literally grabs flowers and just goes,
floristry?
Oh, hey. Like literally, well, that's what we would call it here, like a floristry, like sort of like... honest to God, he walks in.
A few
grabs
too
his
many
flowers.
letters in there, Paul. Try again. Florist.
Oh, fuck it. You know me. Freaking, but he walks in and literally, like, sort of goes, oh, hello, yes? Oh, look at your pretty dog. Pets a dog, and then walks out. I mean, literally, like,
It goes exactly like this. He walks in. Oh, hi, doggy. You're my
Yeah,
favorite.
that's it.
You're my favorite customer. Oh, thank you. Walks out. That's the whole scene. That is the whole scene.
Dear God.
With that exact inflection, is how it goes down.
I've got to check this movie.
It's so bad. There's
Yeah.
there's the most awkward sex scene you've ever seen. The mother-in-law, the mother
Yes.
of the girl in the movie, so Tommy Wiseau's girlfriend has like cancer, and she so nonchalantly mentions that she has cancer, like it's not so big, not such a big deal. It's the worst. There's random scenes. Why are they playing football like in 6 scenes? They're throwing a football just randomly.
It's a weird one.
It's so good. It's so
It
bad.
is.
But back on track here. Like I said, come January, I think both of these films will be will have Oscar nominations. The Greatest Showman just looks like old school filmmaking. The reason I say that is because the movie I mentioned earlier, The Greatest Show on Earth, starring Charlton Heston, won Best Picture back in 50, if my memory serves me correctly. But it's also one of the worst films to ever win Best Picture because it's dreadfully boring.
Oh,
Dreadfully boring. This one looks like it's not going to do that.
Well, that's a contrast.
What did you think?
No, it looks like a lovely visual fest, and it just looks wonderful.
It does.
Yeah.
I'm gonna retweet out the trailer for all of the DPCast people out there to check out. You know, as long as they're following me on Twitter, they can check it out, and of course, you guys will retweet that.
Well,
So
I'll retweet the crap out of it.
right back on once you finally check it out, right, Paul?
Yeah, I definitely. There's a lot of stuff that Will states each and every week that I just never get around to watching, and then you guys end up going, "What a movie!" And I'm like, "God damn it, I need to watch this."
So our first pick for the week is going to be from Tubi TV. By the way, I'd like to thank those guys personally. Film Snob Reviews is now officially on their press list. We were going to be getting emails about what comes out each and every week and what's leaving each and every week from the app itself.
Very
so
nice.
thanks to those guys. Those guys are awesome. It's a great free app you can download to watch movies. I mean, you downloaded it, right, Dan?
Yep, I've got it. I love Tubi TV.
Yeah.
I downloaded it too.
Yeah.
I just watched.
But-
I just rewatched The Apartment yesterday on that. Go ahead, Paul.
May as well. I downloaded it too, but may as well. Dan's got availability of watching it in a different country just by a thing. But the UK version isn't as good as things. So just to play it out there is that this app is really, really good. If you've got an option of changing your channels to America, like Dan has the option to do, please download this. American version is a million times better than the UK version.
UK version isn't too bad. It's just not as much of a selection.
I'll let them know that.
There's some good selections on there.
I'll let them know
Professor?
that. I'm gonna let them know that there's not as much selection, and maybe they'll fortify that UK lineup.
There's a
I
lot.
think
Let's do
whatever.
it.
I'm not too sure. I haven't compared them. I'm not too sure if whatever we get in the UK, you get in the US. But from what I can see, there's not as much choice. Like there's a lot more ooh moments to choose from the US version.
If I can remember correctly, literally when we both downloaded the app, Dan went into the American version, I had the UK version. It seemed like he had a lot more choice that wasn't even available for me at any form of point. So I thought I wasn't going to use it so much because that's just the availability. But as soon as it is there, damn, freaking, I mean, to what Dan was stating to me of the movies on there, damn, I'd be surprised they're not charging for it. I mean, that was nearly
that's the whole point. You watch ads
every day
instead of paying for it.
Here's what's interesting.
long as-
You're right, Dan. Like I said, I rewatched the classic 1960 film The Apartment last night, and I only had 4 commercials in the hour and 37 minutes the movie ran.
Yeah. I think some
That's not
movies
bad.
have more ads than usually when it's and they put them in decent places too, like a scene change, like you would on TV.
Yeah.
It's not in the middle of a scene or anything like that. It's just like the scene changes,
That's pretty
and then
cool.
you go into an ad, and it's nice. It's not really disruptive at all. So
Exactly. So with that, our first pick is from Tubi TV, and it's a movie that came out, I think it was 10, 15 years ago. I didn't.
2002, I think.
2002. Igby Goes Down. This is a great film starring Rory Culkin as a rebellious 17-year-old, but it's a little bit different in that he's rebelling against the white rich white privilege that he's been brought up in,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
he's sort of rebelling against that. While his parents are kind of dysfunctional. His dad takes a year away from life, and his mom is dealing with some things as well. His dad going through a bout of schizophrenia.
Yeah.
wow.
I think,
Yeah,
his mother's hypochondriac, isn't she?
yeah.
Something along those lines. And
Yeah.
Susan Sarandon. Love Susan Sarandon.
She's so good.
Yeah. Pretty much, she's always on different medications. She's going through different doctors, trying to get different medications and stuff like that. And,
It's a very good example of what can go wrong in America, or in any situation where you have rich white people who don't,
That's true.
love each other, but they just go through the motions of being a family.
that's right.
Yeah.
He's kind of left unchecked, and he starts rebelling, and
Yeah.
more or less just runs. He gets kicked out of all his schools, and more or less just runs away. More or less,
Yeah.
isn't it?
And these are good schools he's getting kicked out of.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty much like a love story. Is it like sort of like a very? Am I on the right tracks in this one? From what you're stating, like, 'cause I've never watched this movie because I haven't had the opportunity to. But the same time as well is it like a sort of a very soppy movie, or like sort of like it's your
Well, it's more of a,
you know.
it's a sort of coming of age type movie.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's like
It's a-
dealing with his.
Yeah, it's more of a precursor to Charlie Bartlett.
Okay, I get that. Freaking
And I found some interesting facts about this. It's got 2 of the Culkins in there. It's
Yes.
got what's his name from Home Alone?
Macaulay.
What's his
Macaulay.
name? Macaulay Culkin. I didn't realize how big their family was. He's got tons of brothers.
Yeah.
And sisters.
Yeah, man.
2 of his brothers are in there, and what's the name of the main character?
Rory Culkin.
Rory Culkin, who plays Igby. Sorry, yeah, Igby. Young Igby is actually his little brother.
Kieran, right?
Kieran, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kieran Culkin, and Rory is in fact in Home Alone, and he plays Fuller.
yes,
Yeah.
he's one of the cousins. Yes.
Freaking,
He's the bedwetter.
Yep.
yeah.
And I thought, I was
Did
amazing.
you not know that?
I didn't know that.
Really?
Wow, freaking yeah.
I was actually I was on IMDbing stuff about this as I was, after watching it to find some facts about it. I was like, yeah, I knew it was the Culkins.
Yeah.
But I didn't realize how big their family
Right.
was, who he was in Home Alone, and it was amazing.
Now,
I got asked the question. What age is Macaulay Culkin in this one? Like, is he younger Macaulay Culkin, or is he literally like sort of like
Macaulay
drug
Culkin's not
version?
Macaulay Culkin's not in it. It's his brothers.
Yeah. So
I
it's,
thought you just said he was in it. Sorry.
The young one, Rory. He is the little boy in
Right.
Signs.
yeah. Macaulay's not in it. He's saying that Macaulay
Okay.
has a huge family.
Yeah.
All right,
That
sorry.
was
I thought
his
you just mentioned just now that he was in it. Sorry, that was my bad.
Oh, no,
Freaking,
no.
misheard you guys.
Yeah.
But no, but at the same time as well, it's like, yeah, even as you just said, like when the actual kid was actually in Signs as well, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That's the one who plays young Igby.
He's also in Scott
Oh,
Pilgrim
very
versus the
interesting.
World.
Holy crap! Yeah, he is.
He plays the roommate.
Wow, that's a
Where's he in
callback.
Yeah, he plays
That's
the
a callback.
Oh, he is too.
He plays the roommate.
Yeah.
Ah, holy hell!
In
Yeah.
one of the best scenes in the movie when Knives knocks on the door and she asks, "Is Scott there?" Oh, and he jumps out the window and she says, "No, he just left."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Oh my God.
One of the best scenes.
Wow.
In the movie.
I love that film. I don't care how many people hate that film. I love.
I don't know
it.
anyone
Yeah,
that hates
it
it.
was a-
Edgar Wright's a genius.
Yeah, it's wonderful.
That one's a weird movie because I enjoyed it, yeah, but it had so much hate.
I don't get it.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, it's just so cool.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, that was a great movie.
little film snob fact here for you. That was the very first review that had ever had the words Film Snob Reviews attached to it. That was our first
Nice,
review
man.
Oh, very nice.
back when it came
That's
out.
really cool, man.
Very good one.
No.
I remember seeing that in the cinema for the first time. I had a stinking headache afterwards, but I still enjoyed it. Not anything to do with the film, but I just remember having a painful headache, a migraine afterwards.
It might have had something to do with it. I don't know, but ours.
Maybe, I don't know. I had a bit of a niggle in my head
There was
before going in.
there
so
was
it's
a lot
probably,
of there was a lot of flashing lights and colors. So
there's a lot of flashing lights and colours going on there, but I really enjoyed it. Nevertheless, so that's how good it was. I enjoyed it with a headache.
it's so good. Now, you've seen it. That's good. Now, is this something that sounds like you may want to go check it out, Paul?
Do you know what? Yeah, literally, like when you put good actors into a movie, it's very rare that a movie is going to be dog shite. And
Tons
to
of
be quite honest, like
actors,
these
yeah.
people just seem to be, I don't know. The concept seems to be there. The movie seems to be there. I mean, if I had the availability of watching it, goddamn, I think I'd probably give it a little bit of a bash on this one because
this might entice you, Paul. It's got Bill Pullman in it. It's got Jeff Goldblum in it. Susan
wait,
Sarandon.
wait.
Yeah.
You don't just lob out the name Jeff Goldblum and just literally go, Jeff Goldblum's in it. You start off with Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah. Oh, and he is brilliant in it too.
Of course he is.
Fantastic,
He's
isn't it?
Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah.
You start off. It's like when you look at Thor now coming up, right? Thor Ragnarok, and you go, Jeff Goldblum. You start with Jeff Goldblum's in it. You don't start with freaking Chris Hemsworth in it. You start that Jeff Goldblum is in this fucking movie.
That's true. Yeah.
So,
But then
that
again,
guy's a
you save the
legend.
best till the end, you know.
Now our second pick, and I think this is going to be very intriguing to you guys. Our second pick comes from Hulu, and it is an Australian horror film called The Babadook.
Oh yeah, I love this film.
Oh, they sound
so good.
Oh, Paul, you'd love this
It's
film.
so good. Okay. Now, correct me if I'm wrong here on my line of thinking, Dan, but this film is about a mother a mother who lost her husband during childbirth.
That's right.
She has the child.
She was on the way to the hospital. Her husband was driving her to the hospital to give birth, but they were in a car crash and he
This
died.
is correct, yes. And now she's having to deal with him. He's about 5-6 years old, the most irritating little person in the history of cinema. Or at least we initially...
And he does it so well.
Yeah, at least we initially think so. They find a book in their home, the mysterious red book that they begin to read. The book has a fictional creature called the Babadook in it, and they awaken it of sorts. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody, but I want to caution people to not look at the Babadook as a physical manifestation, but rather a mental one.
Yes.
Oh.
Okay.
I gotta say, watching this film, watching it as a horror, I enjoyed it more watching it as a metaphor for mental illness rather than a horror film.
But it is a horror film because it shows you the horror of
film.
mental illness and what it can
exactly
do
that,
to you.
Exactly.
That's
that.
intriguing.
Yeah, because watching it as a chuck away horror film like that comes out these days, you're going to be a little bit disappointed. Watching it as looking out for the signs of mental illness and stuff like that, the metaphors for it, it's amazing. It drags you right into the film from the offset, really. It's great.
How much then is it on like a level that you'd place like as a proper horror?
It's
got some horrific, it's got spine-chilling moments in it.
Yeah, this is
the Babadook itself is
horrifying.
Yeah.
This is I'm going to tell you right now. This is going to define Australian horror. Jennifer Kent absolutely just defined Australian horror with this film, and it's going to be a contemporary masterpiece 10 years, 15 years down the line. This is how good this film is. It does things.
Okay.
It does things. It's not afraid to take the chances that other American films don't want to take.
Right. Okay, I get you.
And
I get
that's
you.
one thing I will give the Australians. They really know how to nail the horror genre. They just they get it. You know, I mean, you look at something like The Rover, which is a thriller but still horrifying. You look at something like what is the Snowtown. Have you seen this one? Snowtown Murders.
No, I've never seen that.
It's about their worst
never.
serial killer in Australian history. That's on Netflix as well, but we'll get to that in a bit.
That does ring a bell.
These are all Australian films that just are horrific, and this is a place with some of the most dangerous animals in the world. So of course it's going to be a horrific place.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The Babadook absolutely was one of my favorite films the year it came out. It's a game changer, and I think everybody needs to check it out. And it's on Hulu right now.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay. Freaking me. That's definitely worth the try. That's one thing. I really wish they brought Hulu over to the UK. Do you know what? Right? Like something that they pump so much in America, it has so much potential for the UK.
Yeah, I mean they just went
for
live.
Hulu.
You can for $35 more, you can actually add live channels to your Hulu account. It's pretty cool.
Wow, man! Freaking like God's got to do it. You can watch like Raw and everything on it.
Yeah, you can watch SmackDown.
Hulu
And it's
really
full
should
2
be-
hours of SmackDown right now on Hulu.
Like what the hell, man? Genuinely, like they should really be pumping this out in the UK. Like they've been making millions of you.
Yeah, and
in the
I
UK
think
for
what it
that
is
kind
over
of
here, I
product.
think Sky has exclusivity to Raw and SmackDown over
Yeah.
here.
Oh, no, I'm not on about
Sky
live
Sports
stuff.
and all that. So what's that?
I'm on about like sort of like the Netflix kind of version of Hulu, like
Oh,
just
right,
giving
yeah,
us
yeah,
like a sort of diverse
Yeah.
amount of it, or even best doing what WWE does is basically maybe a delayed reaction of like Raw and SmackDown and all that kind of stuff. Like doesn't matter which year you have it, it's Hulu in itself just sounds like a really good product that I'm flabbergasted they haven't pumped over across the pond.
Yeah.
It does shock me on that one. But on this movie front alone, to send us back into it, I don't know if I'm much into this one. It may as well, straight front street. I'm not a horror fan. I don't have a horror bone in my body.
Then you will like this because neither am I.
Okay. If Will doesn't like horror, then I'll let you have a copy of it, Paul.
Yeah.
Right. Wait. Okay. Where's your limitations of it then? Do you know, like, when you say limitations of horror, like what kind of like what would you count as low budget? Like, because I can hardly watch Aliens.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can hardly watch.
More of an action.
My
genuinely,
God.
like I can't do it.
I don't know, man.
It's very suspenseful.
I will say, it's very what? Sorry.
It's very suspenseful.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Like, do you know the weird part about it, right? I can't watch Aliens, but I love Predator. Work that crap out.
That's because Predator's... Predator's cheesy and it's got all the bad dialogue.
Yeah, it's not really scary,
Yeah.
is it? Whereas Alien's got the suspense moments. You don't know where the alien is and all that. And it's meant to be scary.
Yeah.
Whereas
true.
Predator is more tough guys in the jungle, fighting an alien.
You're one ugly
Get down,
motherfucker.
get down.
That sort of thing.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Billy, get me out of this hole.
No, I do want you to check this one out. Absolutely, I do. Because I do think you're going to like it, and it is a fantastic movie.
Awesome.
Our next pick is going to come from Amazon Prime, US. And it's a movie that came out earlier this year. It had a couple Oscar nominations. It's a great film called 20th Century Woman. And this is directed by Mike Mills, and it's sort of a pseudo-biography for him. He wrote the film, I believe, and it's sort of his experiences with his mother and living with her. She had him when she was a bit older, when she was in her 40s, I believe. The film just dissects the 1970s, and what I really enjoyed about it is it takes it from this perspective of a teenage boy growing up in the 70s in California, just listening to punk rock. There's a lot of Black Flag. There's a lot of New York Dolls. There's a lot of really good punk rock music in the soundtrack, and Annette Bening gives an absolutely breathtaking performance. She's so good in it.
Oh yeah, she's brilliant in it. She's a cool mother in this.
Yes, she's.
I'd love to have her as a mother.
She's very cool, but she's also very, very out of her mind. She doesn't know how to do the job.
Yeah.
She's just doing it day by day.
Yeah, exactly. I like how it starts off. Oh, she's quite a cool mother, but then as the film goes on, you realize, she's not perfect.
Yeah, Billy Crudup is great in it. Greta Gerwig is great in it, and then Elle Fanning gives a pretty good performance too.
Yeah. So where would you categorize this then? Where would you categorize this as like this kind of movie? Would you count it that it's close to a different movie that you've watched before? Is it quite unique in its standard? Is it?
I'd say it's very unique in its standard because there's not a lot of films that dissect the mother and son dynamic in this way.
Okay.
In particularly, not knowing his father, his mom's still kind of on the prowl,
All right.
His mom's and him trying to experience his sexual awakening through puberty.
Yes.
Still going through that as well. And then of course he has this girl who lives in their house who's older. She's about our age, and she's trying to open his world up to different experiences outside of that sexual experience. Okay. Yeah, it's very, very cool.
I find it focused a lot on changes as well in your life. And in the world around you, it deals a lot with that as well. Like, for instance, punk rock's just coming in this film.
Yeah.
Or is there. And, it's a very big change. And in all the characters' lives, there's changes going on.
Yeah.
And it kind of shows... even the car... it's the opening scene. The car's burning in the car park. It kind of, like, marks the end of an era kind of thing. That's the old part of the life going up in flames type thing. And it's going into that. It's very interesting.
There's a lot of metaphor. There's a lot of great metaphors.
Oh, it's a giant soup of different things going on in there. It's like not just there's tons of stuff going on in there.
That's actually quite intriguing.
Yeah, it's a great feature. I really think anybody should check it out. It did get a nomination for Best Original Screenplay, I believe it was. It didn't win.
Wow, really?
Yeah, it didn't win, but yeah, it did get the nomination.
It done poor.
Damn. Yeah, I think that was probably my favourite one out of your picks there.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that one.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Is it like one that, like, after you finish watching it, you sort of go, wow, you start looking at your own life going, you you start questioning stuff and going, wow, this really answers questions, and because like certain movies do that, don't they? Sort of where you start looking at your own life and go, wow, this really means a lot to me as a whole. Is like one of them kind of movies where you sort of go, wow, this answers a lot of questions to your personal life, possibly. Because you stated like it goes in a lot of different directions.
Yeah, for me, not particularly. Babadook did, but not this one. It was more of a because I dealt with depression and stuff in my life too, and it really shows a lot. It's like if you deny stuff and all that,
Okay.
it'll come back and bite you in the ass and stuff like that. It makes you think.
This one
Whereas
will.
this one, it was more.
I'm intrigued.
This one will have you certainly calling your mother. It'll make you call your mother.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, you'll miss your mother. It'll make you call her, tell her you love her. That's always a good thing, isn't it?
That's true.
All right, okay. Freaking, so it's one of them kind of movies. All right, okay. Freaking, I was just trying to find like that concept of where is the kind of line, because it seemed like it had like a very open range partner, and I was quite intrigued. I wanted to see like where that was.
It's very open to interpretation, and I mean, he and I seem to have a very similar interpretation, but you might have a totally different one because a lot of the plot is very vaguely veiled. It tries to get you somewhere, and it gets you there, but you're gonna take that information and reciprocate it differently. That's what's great
It's
about
like
the
a
movie.
load of tiny little stories in one film that makes one big story.
It's
It's kind of like that.
There's a beauty in the mundanity of it.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
fantastic.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's great. You should check it out. And then our last pick before we talk about the new release that comes out next month is on Netflix, and this is one of my favorite movies of last year, and it's Don't Think Twice. This is a fantastic movie.
This one rings a bell.
Yeah, Don't Think Twice deals with a troupe of improv comedians struggling in Los Angeles. They all have a dream of getting onto this Saturday Night Live-esque show. One of them, played by who is it? Keegan-Michael Key, actually does it, and he's able to get on the show, and how they all deal with that, and their improv teacher, played by Mike Birbiglia, dealing with the fact that his students are surpassing him.
Oh. I gotta be
Really?
honest.
Wow.
I copied and pasted the list off our Facebook chat, and I think I might have skipped this one out.
It happens.
I have not seen it. Yes, it's happened. I have not seen this one. Do tell.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's quite intriguing. Yeah, I'm actually really intrigued about this movie because when it comes to like comedy / actual comedy people, like proper like stand-up artists, like putting into a movie, like I'm actually very intrigued of what you're going to state next to about this movie, like because so far you've got me hooked.
Yeah, most of the people in this movie have a background either in improv comedy or in sketch comedy. That's what most of this cast is. I mean, Keegan-Michael Key, of course, had his own show.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
and it was a good show. On Comedy Central, you have Gillian Jacobs, who's a comedic actress. She's really good in the movie. Mike Birbiglia is a stand-up comic. Chris Gethard and Tammy Saghar are both improv comedians, and then you have Kate McCucci from Kate McCucci, who was in Garfunkel and Oates, a very funny comedian who does like comedic music kind of. She was in Scrubs, and she's that adorable little person from Scrubs.
All right.
You remember?
I have more star years, but still, freaking. I know you got.
Yeah, Kate McCucci's great. They're all great in this film. It really explores what it is to be an actor, especially a comedic one, and trying your damnedest at getting up a hill you may or may never get up.
That's intriguing.
And having to deal with people around you becoming more successful. And it explores that in a funny and kind of heartbreaking way. It's really, really well done. Currently, and I'll mention this to the DPCast audience, it has a 99% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Wow. Really?
Wow. Oh, cool.
That's an accomplishment in itself.
Yeah,
like I don't know many movies that are in that category of feel. Like, damn,
I
I think you
think
could correct me wrong if in this one. Like, I don't think you could probably name a handful of people that are in that 99% to Rotten Tomato.
What number is a handful? Because I do know quite a few.
Okay, name some off me, because I'm actually quite intrigued now.
Well,
Actually,
the entire Toy Story trilogy.
Shut Your Front Door, is it?
The second one's the only one with 100, actually.
Wait, what films are these?
The Toy Story
Toy
trilogy.
Story.
All two of the
really?
the first
sense.
and third
That
have a
makes sense.
99. The second one has 100.
That makes total
The
sense.
first two Godfathers.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm not saying nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe.
I've never watched Godfather.
What?
It's my Christmas films. I watch The Godfather every year when I'm wrapping presents.
How long does it take you to
Genuinely,
wrap
like-
presents?
Not that long, but it's an excuse to watch The Godfather.
Those films are long.
I know. Well, it was about 6.5 hours in total
Yeah.
for the first two.
Yeah.
I don't really watch the third one that much.
Yeah,
but, every now and again.
You
I
don't.
do.
You don't need to. It's okay.
No.
But my point is, this film is brilliant. It was number 10, I believe, on my top 10 films of 2016. And
wow.
I think it was in there, and it so captures the feeling of like
Sounds
failure, but acceptance of failure as well. Like I failed.
An important
I'm
lesson.
not gonna make it, but you know what? I enjoy where I'm at anyway. It's coming to terms with enjoying
That's
where you're at
intriguing.
anyways. It's a really good
Yeah.
character study, and I recommend everybody check this one out if you get a
Wow,
chance.
so it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
Sorry, what's it called again, Will?
Don't think twice.
Don't think twice. I think I found my film to watch tonight.
Yes.
I'm in the mood for some inspiration.
Yeah,
think
if I can get it myself, I might dabble in myself.
Yeah.
Right. Before we go into like the next parts of your segment, Will, I've got something to ask you.
Yes.
Now, I want to see how you feel about that, since we just mentioned the subject of Toy Story. Now, we all know when it comes down to Pixar, they just pump out quality. Doesn't matter what it is, it's damn decent. I don't know.
Apart from
what
Rio, which I have not seen, I don't want to see.
Rio's
Rio's not
DreamWorks.
Oh, is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Actually, it's Blue Sky. I'm sorry.
Wait,
It's
wait.
Blue Sky Studios. I'm sorry. Yes.
Right, okay.
Oh.
Which one are you on about freaking when you say about Pixar?
Cars.
Yeah, you got a point.
Oh, I didn't mind the first one.
I didn't like any of them.
Right.
No.
There's something
Second one I didn't
about
see.
Cars though, right? As much as it's a piss poor storyline, you still end up watching it.
I'm not.
Like, when it's on you, like I don't know, it's one of the kind of movies. I can agree with you to a smidge with it. It's like the movie's there, but I still watch it, and it's not because I've got a child. It's literally like it's still, I don't know.
Watchable.
Maybe because it's Pixar and you're sort of looking for stuff. I don't know.
Also, The
It's
Good
one of the kind
Dinosaur.
of
The
movies
Good
where I
Dinosaur is pretty subpar as well.
That is a great movie.
That's subpar.
Great, The Good Dinosaur.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, I love that movie. I absolutely loved it.
I didn't like it.
But-
Oh, what did we watch the other day, Paul? Monster Trucks. Oh, Monster
my
Truck.
God,
Was it
sweet
Monster Truck?
Jesus.
You want to talk about
Yes.
terrible? That's terrible. That's a terrible movie.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that
well,
movie is
the thing is, I went
beyond
over
Nicolas
to
bad.
Paul's house last week, and since his daughter was still up, I thought, oh, we'll watch a kids' film. I like a good kids' film. Why not? Let's try Monster Truck. And
It was
it
bad.
was,
Oh, genuine. Like I think the
Anyway,
most.
It's not good.
let's just say I
What
went
is it?
home afterwards because we were both tired after watching it.
Let me
What is it,
ask
right?
you a question. How does Pixar
Yeah, go
follow
on.
the brilliance of Inside Out with The Good Dinosaur? How does that happen? The Good
That's a good
Dinosaur
point.
is so
That's a good
mediocre,
point.
and Inside Out is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, it's stunning. Stunning. how
that
Inside Out
made
is.
me cry. That did.
I don't.
Oh,
I don't cry
Inside Out
that
has
often,
such
so.
a good philosophy to it.
No.
Everything about Inside Out
Cold
has
hearted bastard.
it's every level. I mean, you watch Inside Out, it hits every child level on a adult base, a child base, and it is beautifully constructed.
It's beautiful. It
That
really is.
movie, it is just stunning. Anyways, guys, I know we were going to talk about there, but I was mostly talking about Toy Story there, or Pixar, because have we heard about Toy Story 4?
We know a little bit about it thanks to this weekend.
Yeah.
We know who it's written by. We know who it's going to be directed by, but we don't have a storyline yet.
Yeah, we do.
Do you?
I don't know if you
haven't
knew
heard
about
about this yet.
This, the concept anyways, I think that's about the best we can go on it, is that this one is going to be the toys go on a trip, and it's going to be in an RV.
Okay. Are they going
So
on a trip with that
that's
little
when-
girl?
I'm sure there was a Robin Williams film about this.
Don't you?
Okay,
Actually, it's
but
called
the
RV.
Don't you ever bring up RV in a conversation again?
Sorry, sir.
Whatever. That movie's awful.
Bow my
It is-
head in shame.
It is a bad movie. But no, that's the concept. So you can already see what's going to end up happening. They're going to go away on holidays. Don't get me wrong, I could be ass backwards in this one, but you can already see a concept of it. If they're going on an RV, it means they're going on holidays, the toys are going to be left behind somewhere, and they're going to end up trying to make their way home again.
Yeah, pretty
Now,
much.
Mayor does,
As long
it
as it's
seems like a
entertaining,
Toy
I got no
Story
problem with that.
concept.
But we don't.
Yeah, it's
we don't
just
watch
Toy-
Toy Story films for the story. We watch them for the characters. You know.
That's bang on the money. You are right on that one. So it'd be quite interesting to see where they go on it. It's most probably that they're going to get lost whilst she's on the beach. They're going to try and get back to the hotel. Before the hotel, they're going to depart to the hotel. She's going to be crying, or the little kid that they've now got as the new Andy. And they're just about to go on the aeroplane. They're just about going to get on the luggage. Money on, that's how the concept's going to run for it. It seems very Toy Story-esque. It's most probably the only direction they haven't gone in as well. That's the reason why they stated when they were going to do Toy Story 4, because they stated they were not going to do any more. They felt like Andy's leaving for university was bang on the money. It didn't need to do any different.
I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, but at the same time as well, they said when this came to the table, they could not reject it. It was a good enough storyline to carry on to Toy Story 4.
Well, yeah, I get that. But one of the writers is, and this is why I think it's going to be pretty funny, one of the writers is Rashida Jones.
Oh, is it now?
Yeah.
That's actually quite intriguing.
She pitched it.
That's very intriguing, to be honest.
She pitched it.
When they did it, supposedly they dived into it. They nosedived into this project, and I think, was it 2018? If I'm not mistaken, what this pissed me off. They took away The Incredibles 2, moved it to 2020, and moved Toy Story from 2020 to 2019. They changed their alternating dates.
Yeah. Let me talk to you.
Kind of pissed
Let me talk to you about Disney. Okay.
Sit down, children. Will's about to tell us a story.
Tell us
Tell us a story, Will.
That piss me off, and this is one of them. The other thing I don't like.
God, hit me.
The other thing I don't like is them shuffling dates around, moving superhero movies around, showing footage to people when no one else gets to see. I get it. Your audience here paid a ticket to come see it, but here's my problem. Put it out. If you don't want it to leak, put it out, because these stories and these information. When the trailer for a good example is when the trailer for Infinity War comes out, I'm not going to care. I already know all the details. People went at
That's
nauseam about it.
exactly what I think. Yeah, you're exactly right on that one. Like, how much do we already know, right? About Dan, if you already don't know about this, right? No, just gone on the weekend. There's been Disney, the 23 Expo.
D23X.
Yes.
D23. Yeah, right. And they've already kind of released Infinity War, haven't they? The Part 1 Infinity War trailer. And supposedly you see everything in this trailer. I mean, you see the Gauntlet at work. You see Vision. You see Thor. You see the Guardians. You
Thanos
see Spider-Man.
throws a moon at someone.
Yeah.
Thanos throws a freaking moon. Come on.
Do you get the feeling that Hollywood films nowadays, they're so insecure that nobody's going to come and see their film? They feel the need to show absolutely everything in their trailers.
Yeah,
that's
annoying.
About it. Like, that's annoying. We haven't seen anything. Like, all we've had to do this thing, we haven't watched this trailer. They might as well pump the fucking thing out, in my case. Because, like, we've heard everything about it. Like, nobody's walked into that thing, writing an actual thing gone, well, we can't talk shit about this. Everybody's come out of that, watched it perfectly in harmony that day, and all they've had come out of it is people talking about it, and you're like, well, I want to fucking watch it now, and they're not going to plonk it out to us for nearly another month plus.
Yeah, it's gonna be in front of Ragnarok as well. But my point is, now I know for a fact that the Guardians are going to be teaming up with Thor. Star-Lord and Thor take on Thanos before other people join in. Thanos throws a moon at someone. Captain America shows up with a beard. These are all things I know, and I haven't even seen the trailer yet.
Yeah, I know. It's ridiculous, isn't it? I feel like we're in that kind of
just put it out
point right now. They just plonk it out. Yeah, I agree. Just plonk it out. But one thing I do want to go on, because I think we're all Star Wars fans here. I think we've done a Star Wars episode all together, and
I think
we've all got to agree. Dan, have I mentioned this to you? I don't think I have. So this might be news to you. Star Wars Land. Now, you might know what this is, but they really threw the bomb on this one over the weekend. Holy crap!
I'm so excited.
Right? You can get this in, right? You can walk through. You can walk through this Star Wars Land and do like the rides and do everything, but you can use like a credit system, if I'm not mistaken, isn't it, Will?
Yes.
Where you sort of like can win credits, etc., etc. And like if, say, for argument's sake, now one ride you do shit in, well, they will deduct your points and increase it if you do well, and that can work in that fashion. Then there's part B of the land, right? That's just the theme of it, right? That's just something you can go then enjoy the fucking shit. Then you've got the other part, right, where you pay for an experience. Now, this experience, right, they put you into a hotel that is a part of the Star Wars Land Hotel that they're going to have constructed onto the land.
Oh, I can't wait.
You go into there, they hand you a card that goes, you will be ... you will have to do that, and you will have to carry out that in the 24-hour period you're in that park.
So it's kind of like they give you quests to do in Star Wars land.
No, dude, they
in
could
Star
literally
Wars
go.
world. That's cool.
They could literally go. Literally, they will go. You are a bounty hunter. They will give you a bounty hunter suit, and they says you have to literally take out a guy that is going to end up stealing, I don't know, for argument's sake, an apple in the park that day. So they might have 7 people trying to steal an apple in the park that day. But they will go, you are a bounty hunter, you'll have to make sure this guy who's stealing the apple in front of you, you're going to have to take down and arrest him and take to the main leader. And you can do that in the park. Like, you get to ride the Millennium Falcon.
Would everyone's missions interlink in some way, shape?
Everything as a construct. Everything will literally cart to another. Like, every storyline. And if Will, please correct me on this. And didn't they state as well, each and every day the park will change?
Yes. Yes, the concept changes every day. I am so excited because we usually go every year to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And it's a lot closer for me than it is for you boys.
Yeah, I really want to go.
We usually drive to Disneyland because we can drive up there. It's kind of a quick drive. It's about 6 hours or so.
Dan, when are you going to see Will?
I say we go on a little trip, and we go to Vegas, pick up Will, and we'll have a little road trip in a convertible like Thelma and Louise and Bob in the back. I don't know, whoever wants to be Bob.
Let's go! Let's go. I'm down for it. I'm so excited for Star Wars Land. But I do have to get us back on track.
Yeah.
So, with that, we still have one more movie to talk about.
But do we? Sorry.
Yes, we have our new release for August. Mm-hmm. And, this is going to be a weird movie. But the trailer is already out if you guys want to check it out. This is kind of a hard concept to explain. It's a movie called Ingrid Goes West.
Yes. I watched the trailer where I was making a din with a coffee.
It's a good trailer, isn't it?
It is a good trailer. It's got, what's her name? Something Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza plays Ingrid.
Aubrey Plaza, who's in Parks and Recreation.
Yes.
Awesome.
She is awesome. And, she is awesome. She's also in Better, what is it? I forget the movie. She plays a zombie girlfriend. Life After Beth. That's where it is. We reviewed that quite some time ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she's also in Safety Not Guaranteed, which is really good.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
See that one? That's the movie that got Colin Trevorrow, Jurassic World. That movie right there.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
wow.
Check it out. It's really good. Mark Duplass is awesome in it. But she plays a very lonely, isolated young lady named Ingrid, who begins to obsess over people on social media. She begins to obsess over this famous movie actress played by Elizabeth Olsen. And she goes west to befriend her and start being friends with her. And Ice Cube's son plays this guy who's suspicious of Ingrid and starts to find out why her plan. Obviously, this all seems very funny, but everything starts to unravel for Ingrid. People start finding out her true intentions, and that's when things start to hit single white female thriller levels of tension. I think it's a great mix of the way I phrased it on Facebook when I shared the trailer was it looks like a millennial single white female.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I love that film.
It's really good. Jane, Bridget Fonda is really good in it. But this film,
and I'll never look at high heels the same ever again.
Right. Aubrey Plaza looks like she's going to have a show-stealing performance in this. Elizabeth Olsen looks like she's just going to keep up her great work, and I'm really looking forward to this movie. And I think everybody, much like The Big Sick a few months ago, this is a smaller movie where I think everyone needs to go check it out when it goes wide. By the way, The Big Sick just went wide last week, and everybody, if you have not checked it out, check it out.
I want to see it. Ever since I think the homework you gave me a few months ago, I've been busting to see that film.
Yeah, it's a marvel. It's really good. Check it out, guys. Those are my picks for this week. I mean, what do you think about Ingrid Goes West, Paul? I know you haven't seen the trailer yet, but based on what you're hearing,
I haven't seen the trailer. To be honest, it doesn't seem my cup of tea, but I'm always game to watch the trailer. Beyond this, I should really watched it running into this, but I totally spaced. But at the same time as well is that, to what I've heard, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to watch the trailer to really get a full feel of what you're talking about. But to what you're talking about, maybe I'm not 100% behind it. but I could be heavily swayed by watching it in visual representation of it.
I think it will. I think it will sway you. That's what I think. I think it will sway you.
Could very highly be. Some movies, literally in concept, when somebody's lobbing over like a mic in argument like us right now, I mean, it doesn't sound sometimes so bad until you watch trailer, and sometimes the trailer can really take you in a different direction. God, there's so many movies we could place onto that aspect.
Yeah.
But the same time as well is that this one, I don't know. I'm hoping next time you come on the podcast, I'm gonna go, damn, I watched that trailer. It is extraordinary. It looks amazing. I couldn't. What you guys were talking about, I think you underplayed it. But before we go down that road too much, did you end up watching the movie I asked you to watch last time, and that is Mystery Science Theater 3000?
I checked out the first episode, which is Mano's The Hands of Fate. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
Yes.
I also checked out the relaunch with Patton Oswalt and I forget her name.
That's
The redheaded
that's the
girl.
one I'm watching.
Yeah, that one's brilliant too. That's some good stuff.
From Dr. Horrible sing-along blog.
Yes, yes.
I love. Are they doing anything with that? Because they've been teasing with a sequel for years now.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do anything with that, but I did enjoy it. You know, I did enjoy it definitely.
Yeah.
But I did enjoy Mystery Science Theater. I thought it was.
Sorry.
It's funny that was a hole in my game there that I'd never seen that, but it's very funny.
Dude, keep watching them, right? They only get better, right? Literally, because now you're used to know who they are. Things about I watched it as a well, I wouldn't say a child, like about a teenager level, and I watched the old school one. And like, when I seen this come on Netflix, I was like, no fucking way, Mystery Science Theater. And then I looked at it and went, holy shit, there's 16 episodes or something around the lines of that anyways.
Now,
so I was like,
I watched
I
watched it on Netflix, right?
So you watched the most recent one then?
No, they had the old one on there too. The old one's on the American.
Oh,
Netflix.
did they?
Yeah, it's on there. The whole
I might well
the
go
first two
back to
seasons of the American are on the American Netflix. Yeah. Yeah, but
that's actually pretty
I watched
cool.
that in between watching episodes of something I would like to talk about here in a minute.
Go on.
And I think you know where I'm going with this. Glow.
Game of Thrones?
Glow.
Oh, sorry.
Game of Thrones is not on Netflix. Game of Thrones is not on Netflix. I watched the whole. I binge watched the whole season of Glow. We reviewed it. It's up on the site right now. FilmSnobReviews.com. Check it out. I'm going to plug that right now because it seems to be doing well. Also, the girl who played one of the older, the two old ladies that were a tag team.
Yes.
One of them liked our post on that on Instagram. I just wanted to say thank you so much to her for that. Very cool.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, really cool.
That's nice.
Glow's
Right.
fantastic.
Okay.
It's a fantastic show.
Dan hasn't watched Glow.
I have not. To be honest, I don't have Netflix yet.
So this is really rare that I'm in Dan's position and Dan's in mine. Ricky, this is a rare feeling to have.
Glow is brilliant.
But Glow is a phenomenal
I gotta say,
standard.
you talked to me about it before, Paul, and it does sound awesome. It sounds really cool.
To be quite honest, I think the best way that I described it to you, and then you you countered me with, I went, Dan, it's got it shows like women's empowerment of like when it was like in the 80s of like where LA, was it LA or Miami?
It's Los Angeles.
LA, wasn't it? Los Angeles. So I was literally like how I was such a man superior world, and how like wrestling they sort of come into it, and their actors and the way they construct it all. And I went, oh yeah, and there's a lot of sex and boobs, and he just goes, Paul, next time start with that.
I mean,
and I meant that with no disrespect to women.
Yeah.
No,
But
that's
that is a lot
him.
of
That's him
sex.
showing his love for the female species.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Friggin', but
But it's definitely
the
something I
symptoms
really
of
want to watch. If both of you two are exhilarated
can't
about
advise-
it, then it's definitely something I'll probably have a watch of.
I can't advise enough. I genuinely think it's one of the best series I've watched this year.
It's the best. It's the
standard.
best show I've seen all year, and it's the best show Netflix has ever put out.
Yeah,
Period.
I'm
Well, this
close
is
to
my
that. I
current
have
plan,
watched.
you see. I'm waiting for because I've got Sky at the moment, which I'm going to be cancelling. I'm trying to clear my Sky box. Like you have TiVo over there, same thing.
Yeah.
Kind of trying to watch everything. It's so full. I'm trying to watch everything off there before I cancel the subscription and then sign up for Netflix. So that'll be when I'll watch Glow probably.
Yeah, and the good thing is all the episodes are only 30 minutes, so you can binge it in roughly 5 hours.
Oh, genuine, like it, and it's worth the binge. It
I
really
like
is
a
worth the
program
binge.
like that where it gives you half an hour. It fits in nicely if you've got half an hour free, you know, whereas a full hour or episodes nowadays sometimes go up to an hour and 10 minutes and stuff like that. And that's pretty cool.
A lot of cool
The only
cameos.
thing that
A lot
might
of cool
go-
cameos that
Yeah.
he can't. We can't talk about because you haven't seen the show yet.
I just better say now, there's a lot of wrestlers that will be shown in here. The only problem is, Dan, you might not recognize them because you haven't either hit that standard or you missed that part. You know, like sort of like because Dan's going from like anybody who used to listen to our wrestling podcasts. Well, I say podcast segments. What of now we don't do anymore. But at the same time as well, like when we did, Dan is slowly watching from back of Raw, like back in the day to like modern day. But
I've
still
watched
watches modern day
from
right
the
now.
pay-per-views from WrestleMania 1, and now I'm on 1997.
Oh, good year.
So, yeah.
You had to
Freaking
sit through. You had to sit
That's
through
when I
95.
started
I'm
watching
sorry.
wrestling. Yeah, I started watching
Yeah, there was a
97.
lot of. There was a very. There's a bit of a bell curve, wasn't there? It was like, okay, it's
Yeah.
okay, it's quite comical, and then it goes, boom.
Yeah.
And then it goes. Steve Austin's come in now. He's dominating the area, and it's very good fun.
97's
Things
amazing.
about it, like is
Yeah, I'm
Well-
just about to watch the Survivor Series, 1997.
Oh, is that Deadly Games?
yeah, it is.
Yep, and
that
I know
Deadly
what's
Game?
going to happen in it because
Yes.
Steve Austin always talks about what happens in it
Yeah.
between. Is it Shawn
I love
Michaels
it.
and Bret Hitman Hart?
Yep.
Yep.
That's the Montreal screw job.
Great
yes.
match. Great match.
Exactly that. Yes.
That's the debut of The Rock, actually.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
Rock's
it
been
is.
in it. Well, he's Rocky at the moment, though. He's
No,
he's
I
part
think-
of
yeah.
Nation of Domination.
Is he at this point?
Yeah.
thought-
Oh, that must have been
He's very
96.
much
then.
Nation of Domination.
That must have been,
And Rocky sucks. Rocky
Yeah,
sucks.
that must have been Survivor Series
they-
96 then. That's on me.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
I liked
He
it
came in
though.
before.
I like that you're doing that. That's very, very cool. Back to our point.
Sorry.
I'm keeping us on track.
Yeah.
Glow it has a lot of independent wrestlers that are on the indie scene
Oh,
now.
yes.
You might not even recognize them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you recognize most of them?
Yeah, I did. I recognized them all. I loved. I was literally like, "Oh my god, he's on TNA! Oh my god, he's on like ROA!" Like,
Yeah.
like the best one, right? The one, right? I'm not gonna give anything away with this one because you might not recognize the character anyways. But Will, by any chance, did you clock it first? Do you know the bigger woman, this with the Samoan heritage, with a father and her two brothers?
Yeah.
I forgot her name, right? Did you clock who her brother was?
Yep, both of her brothers.
Like-
yeah.
Right. Now, both brothers, yes. One of them was logically, you know him as, do you remember Dan as the Funkadactyls, or were you not
It's
up to that standard?
The
I'm not up to that yet.
Funkasaurus Brodus Clay.
Yeah, Brodus Clay, Funkadactyls, freaking
I
weirdly
haven't
enough.
had the pleasure yet.
Oh, right, okay. Weirdly enough, the person who is now the current, Diva champion, SmackDown Women's champion, she used to be a Funkadactyl that used to be around him back in the day.
One of his days.
With another woman that has been fired years back.
Thankfully. Thankfully.
But yeah, she was dreadful. She went to NXT to hone her skills and realized how shit she was. But anyways, the guy that was the other brother, I was like, why do I recognize this guy? And I went, who the hell has frizzy hair in the WWE from back in the day? Oh my god, this guy's Carlito. Shit. Like my head just went.
Don't talk about how the first scene we see in him because I want to save that for him if he knows a little bit about Carlito.
Yeah.
But it's brilliant.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
brilliant.
it is.
Oh, brilliant.
But I was telling Dan like how much like the concept of Carlito that he was in the WWE, and I said like this guy is the guy who just walked in, the arrogance of domination, like sort of walking in just like I spit in the face of people who don't want to be cool.
That's a terrible accent.
Yeah. But that's how he used to be. He used to be dreadful walking in the place. And he used to have the red apple always on the side and the spit in people's face. Oh my god, I loved Carlito. Carlito was just genius.
He is good.
But
He is good. And
anywho's,
I love
we
love
are
Blue.
running.
Check it out, definitely.
Oh, totally.
And of course,
Well, Will, if you want to do your plugs, boy, genuine.
yeah, that's the
We
last
can,
thing. The
'cause-
last thing I wanted to plug was I just got 3 new writers. Everybody say hello to them.
Ooh.
Their names are Lee,
Hello.
Simon, and Cody as well. Say
Hello, Lee,
Nice.
Simon, and Cody.
Say hello to
Yeah.
those guys. They're doing a great job writing up articles for movies that I haven't seen yet.
cool.
Really fills it in. Check out our Patreon, patreon.com/Film Snob Reviews. You'll help us get better at our job. that's basically, follow us obviously on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We'd love to have you. We love to talk about film on there, and we're doing a lot of cool things. We just started up our brand new segment, which is an old segment that we used to do on Instagram called 5 Film Fridays. Every Friday we're going to have posts with 5 films, all with the same theme, revolving around something that comes out this week. I'm going to give a spoiler alert for this week, because this is going to come out after the first week anyway. Our first week is going to be a little-known sci-fi films in honor of Valerian and the City of the Planet of 1,000 Cities coming out, a City of 1,000 Planets coming out this Friday. Yes. We're going to be doing 5 sci-fi films, 4 selected by a group of very trusted cinephiles on Instagram, and 1 selected by me. Be on the lookout for that. Of course, it always gets posted to Twitter as well. I talk really fast sometimes, especially when I'm doing my plugs. If anyone has a suggestion for next month on any of the social media streaming services, please reach out to me on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and let me know what your suggestion is, because we would love to hear it.
I agree. Awesome. I agree, and that is as simple as just looking for Film Snob Reviews. I mean, genuine, the name couldn't get any simpler. It is as standard as it is. But guys, if you want to listen to our juicy goodness, and that is including Will each and every 4 weeks, you know where to get us from as well, and that's the DPCast. That's capital D, capital P, capital C, AST. And if you want to literally get a hold of us on all Twitter and Facebook shit, that's the only place you can grab us on, and that is at the DPCasters, capital D, capital P. Capital D, capital P, capital C, ASTERS, and that's
there you go.
You can get hold of us each and every week, 7 days a week. Freaking, they've got me going, all right. Freaking as I'm freaking doing shit, Alex in the back, them go.
Yeah, me and Will are busting some shapes while you do the plugs,
Fucking busting! I love it, pal. Gentlemen, freaking, I'm all about busting shapes. Freaking, well, that's been us for a week. And how about you say bye, Dan.
So long, folks.
It's been nice having you on again, Will. Say bye, Will.
Avita's day.
And I'm Paul, and it's been a great week. See you all next. Ciao for now.